on Blake Lively's claims that she was allegedly harassed by this guy when they shot the movie It Ends With Us, a film about domestic violence. And was Justin didn't harass Blake. Blake was interested in wresting control of this movie away from Justin, who was the director and the producer. She was just an actress in it. And to the point where this guy was in the basement at his own movie's premiere. And that what in fact happened was you guys were the ones out there generating negative press against Justin. You guys were the ones who were trying to ruin Justin at the Reynolds penthouse in Manhattan, where Ryan Reynolds allegedly bullied Justin so badly that a Sony representative, and her biggest takeaway was it was so nasty. There's just so much more to this story, and the media's already like self-flagellating. Oh, we were too mean to Blake. And now you see text messages from Blake Lively comparing herself. She's the mother of dragons in Game of Thrones, that she too has her dragons, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. What Brian Friedman alleges is, and that they are powerful advocates for her.
Justin Baldoni is going on the offensive, launching a website packed with
I can't believe neither side is like giving in. They're like digging in further.
Kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, documents, which prove exactly what she did to take over the movie and used her PR people to try and destroy Justin. And we're carefully considering other people that will be sued also. Ryan Reynolds, for sure.
About 168 pages of documents and texts that support his claims. The Hollywood adaptation of the best-selling novel It Ends With Us was intended to be a heartfelt blockbuster, but it has turned into an unexpected media storm. Directed by Baldoni and starring Blake Lively, the film has already been released, and both critics and audiences are deeming it a flop. To make matters worse, Lively and Baldoni are locked in lawsuits against each other, with rumors suggesting Lively could face jail time. A gag order, which could have prevented public mudslinging, was denied, allowing both sides to air their grievances publicly. On top of this, a New York Times expose has put Baldoni in a negative light, further complicating an already chaotic situation. In an attempt to defend himself, Baldoni launched a website filled with damning documents, text messages, and emails. And it's only adding fuel to the fire. But how did things spiral into such a disaster? And is there any hope left for this ill-fated project? When word first broke that It Ends With Us, a novel known for its intense emotional themes, was being adapted for film, fans were thrilled. The announcement seemed like a dream pairing: Justin Baldoni, known for his sensitive directorial style, and Blake Lively, whose red carpet fame often overshadows her acting. Though some questioned Lively's ability to tackle such a heavy role, optimism was high, especially considering Baldoni's history of successful, heartfelt adaptations. However, even early on, whispers began circulating about creative differences. On set, Baldoni wanted to stay true to the novel's raw, emotional core, while Lively allegedly pushed for more comedic elements and a glossier, mainstream vibe. No one could have predicted that these creative clashes would lead to the disaster we see today. The first signs of trouble emerged when sources on set reported friction over comedic rewrites. Baldoni insisted on preserving the novel's authenticity, while Lively pushed for punchlines and a more glamorous approach. Fans of the book were unsettled by images showing Lively in high-fashion outfits, which seemed to undercut the serious tone of the story. Tensions mounted as Lively reportedly felt sidelined, claiming she was excluded from major creative decisions. Baldoni, on the other hand, insisted that one person's comedic impulses should not overshadow the novel's emotional depth. No one expected the dispute to escalate into legal action, but when Baldoni filed a defamation lawsuit against Lively, fans and industry insiders were caught off guard. Baldoni accused Lively of spreading false information about his direction, painting him as a tyrant who excluded her from creative input. The lawsuit was not just about personal credibility, but also about the potential damage to the film's box office. As if that wasn't dramatic enough, Lively responded with her own lawsuit, claiming that Baldoni bullied her on set and stifled her ability to perform at her best. What started as a disagreement over the film's direction quickly turned into a full-fledged legal battle. Despite the ongoing lawsuits, the studio moved forward with the film's release, hoping to salvage something from the adaptation. However, when the film debuted, it was met with overwhelming disappointment. Critics slammed its inconsistent tone, a strange mix of emotional moments and misplaced humor that clashed with the book's deeper themes. The film's poor box office performance only solidified the sense that the project had been doomed from the start. The behind-the-scenes drama overshadowed the promotional efforts, with Baldoni and Lively's legal battles dominating headlines. In an attempt to stop the public back and forth, some insiders suggested that Lively's team sought a gag order to prevent both parties from speaking out. The court denied the request, leaving the door open for a constant stream of revelations. With no gag order, both sides continued to defend themselves in the public eye, sharing new pieces of evidence, whether real or speculative. This unrelenting back and forth has overshadowed the film itself, turning what was supposed to be a cinematic celebration into a spectacle of legal drama. In an unprecedented move, Baldoni launched a website dedicated entirely to the lawsuit, filled with documents, texts, and production emails. According to Baldoni, these documents back up his claims that Lively twisted facts and manipulated public perception to make him look like the villain. Some of the texts reportedly show Lively pushing for comedic twists that undermined the film's emotional scenes, while others allegedly reveal her changing her stance after fan backlash. While critics argue that Baldoni's decision to go public is a PR stunt, his supporters view it as an attempt to bring transparency to the situation, adding, "Another layer of controversy, a recent New York Times." Adding another layer of controversy, a recent New York Times article seemed to side with Lively's version of events, painting Baldoni as a harsh and unyielding director. Baldoni's team has cried foul, claiming the article cherry-picked facts and ignored information that was posted on his website. The article sparked a wave of backlash on social media, with some accusing Baldoni of being uncompromising and others pointing out that the Times has been known to publish controversial pieces. As if this drama weren't enough, rumors are now swirling that Blake Lively could face even more serious legal consequences. Whispers suggest that she may have provided or endorsed falsified evidence in her countersuit, which could lead to charges of perjury or obstruction of justice. While legal experts caution that the rumors of jail time are likely exaggerated, the possibility of a Hollywood star facing prison time is certainly a headline grabber. Baldoni's team hasn't officially confirmed whether they plan to pursue criminal charges, but if the evidence on his website holds up, Lively could find herself in even deeper legal trouble. Meanwhile, despite not being formally named in any of the lawsuits, Lively's husband Ryan Reynolds is indirectly tied to the controversy. Sources claim that Lively sought Reynolds' input on comedic elements in the script, hoping to lighten the film's heavy subject matter. Once the film faced backlash for glossing over emotional themes, references to Reynolds' involvement mysteriously disappeared. Some are now speculating whether Reynolds will be dragged into the legal battles, either as a witness or as an unwitting participant in the script's comedic rewrites. At its core, It Ends With Us is about vulnerability, growth, and intense emotional healing. Fans who hope to see these themes brought to life on screen are devastated by the film's failure, but they're even more upset by the ongoing drama that has taken over the project. Instead of celebrating a heartfelt adaptation, audiences are left watching as two Hollywood stars trade accusations, dish out gossip, and face potential criminal charges over a film that promised to showcase soul-stirring performances. The film's failure is now a cautionary tale about the dangers of creative clashes, egos, and the relentless spotlight of public scrutiny. Will the story end with a quiet settlement, a dramatic courtroom showdown, or a last-minute attempt to patch up the wreckage? As the saga continues to unfold, one thing is clear: It Ends With Us is no longer just a story of emotional healing. It's a spectacle that continues to evolve in the most unpredictable of ways. Adding another layer of controversy, a recent New York Times